Okay.
Hi,
Yes.
here we go. Hi,
Hey.
everybody. Um, I'm Sienna Songbird, and I've got an awesome sitting down today with Katharina, in Germany to share with us a bit of her extensive liver flushing experience. Thank you so much for being here with me today. It's awesome. Good to meet you. First of all, whereabouts in Germany are you living?
I'm in Fulda. It's in the middle of Germany. Actually, I came from Hamburg, but I study here public health. So, yes, now I'm in Fulda. It's in the middle of
Mm.
Germany.
You're studying public health, you said?
Yes, in the master, and I did my bachelor's in health sciences. And before that, I am a nurse.
Wow.
So I worked 7 years as a nurse. Then I do the health sciences and now the public health.
Hmm. Wow.
Yes, and never heard about liver flash at this at this
That the whole
nurse
curriculum.
nurse health sciences public health stuff.
And before we started the recording, we were talking about also like finding resources online that show stones in the liver, not just the gallbladder. Did you ever come across in your work as a nurse or in any of that curriculum of study, was anyone talking about stones in the liver?
No, no one really,
Yeah.
not in the hospital, not in the health sciences, not in public health, in the medicine uh module was topic. No one.
Hmm.
It's just in the gallbladder.
Yeah. So how did you get to liver flushing?
It was because on my whole life I had symptoms,
Hmm.
really, my whole life, and nobody can't help me. Can help me. So I went from the doctor to the doctor to the doctor to the doctor, and then it was like then I found okay heavy metals, wow, wow, wow. Okay, then iodine, blah, 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 then I do this. Then, okay, it's the vegan diet. It's
Hmm.
this, it's this, it's this. And then I thought it was my, what it is in English, Bauchspeicheldrüse. Mm, I don't know. I don't know why. And I was always yellow,
Hmm.
but my blood was perfect. So, and then I don't know which, I think it was on YouTube or so in 2022. Then I found the Andreas Moritz liver flash, and then I read about it, watched the YouTube videos, and so on. And then it was like oh my God, my whole life. Then it was so like a match. Okay, this, my breast tissues is always liver, and do. I don't know how it comes. I think because my whole life I was researching, but I know that I'm not into the natural part, the natural doctor, you know what I mean? And
Hmm.
I don't know, on my own. I think, I don't know how it comes. I think like a YouTube video or so. Yeah. And then, but yeah, no, my own. I have
So,
my own research.
right. Yeah. Wow. Well, and it sounds like you tried a lot of, you went down a lot of different rabbit holes, also
Yes,
before getting.
yes, heavy metal detox. Because at first it was little symptoms like digestive stuff and so on and so on. And then when I was 14, I did a really bad stuff and ate just fruits. I think 3 years or so. Just fruits, no fat. Hmm. And then I went yellow. My skin went yellow and I cannot see so good and I saw points. This is the first, but I can live. I can live. So I put on, and the symptoms come more and more and more. In 2018, I had an operation And then my liver was, I don't know, it was too much. And then the symptoms get bad and bad and bad and bad. I cannot not work anymore, and so on and so on. Also it was really like my liver was at a point that nothing. I reacted to the mobile sensitive stuff because I was full, and I don't know what was with my mind, because my thoughts what was different. So my whole body was not like me. Also, you know what I mean? It was full, and I don't know what this was at this point. I don't know that that this was liver.
Mm.
You know?
Yeah, so you're kind of saying like at a certain point the bucket like started to overflow. And
Yes, and this is really, really crazy, because I know exactly when the bile is not flow, because it's really crazy. But I looked at it, I don't know, 4 years, 5 years, because I know directly the connection. When my belly is a little bit big, then the bile is not flowing. I don't know why, because of stone stagnation or so. And then the veins in the liver or arterial gets stuck, and my blood pressure sinks. And all my lymphatic system, I'm bigger than. And my ear is like closed. And when the belly is like this, so the biles flow, I have water in the ear and I'm thinner. And I know directly, because of this, the connection from the liver to the other stuff. Because when my bile is not flowing and I have a big belly, then I have my headache. And my digestive system is not really working. I have hair loss and stuff like this. I know the really connection of the liver, the whole body. This is really, really crazy.
So you're saying that when one of the sign for you, a really clear sign that your bile is not flowing, is that
Yes.
you actually get like congestion in the lymph and also or swelling of
Yes.
so like retaining fluids and kind of like getting more puffy
Yes.
in pretty much all parts of your body. And
Yes, and it can be 10 minutes or 30 minutes. And when the belly is like this, I'm thinner. And because of this, I know it's not bloating or so, because, and I have water in the ear, because it's like here, the lymphatic system. And the liver is on a day, maybe it depends. Also, it can changes 10 minutes or so. It's really, really interesting. Yes.
So, and then how did you make that connection that was connected to liver bile flow?
Because I walk like this like 2018, and I don't know what happened with my body. So what is it in English? I have to look, beobachten, I don't know.
Like,
I have to look at it. Mm, because I have to look at in years, and I know the connection, because I know me.
Yeah.
And the stuff. But there are, also I do the liver flush since February 2022, and tomorrow I do the 111.
111.
Yay! And there are things that is better. I'm not yellow anymore. This is really interesting. I'm not yellow anymore, and I have my period. So the hormones are better, and I have no more acne. And I don't react to the mobile phone anymore.
You're not so sensitive.
So yeah, the sensitive is not anymore. But there are phases when I'm congested, that I have all the stuff from the beginning. And when it's not, it's like I'm healthy. So it's really hard to think positive sometimes. But I know that I'm on my way because I know that this is liver. Yes.
Yeah. So you're saying you have phases. There are some
Yes.
things that have just pretty much gotten better, but then there are phases when the congestion is bad that a lot of the symptoms from the past come back.
Yes.
And
Like hair loss.
mm,
Sometimes it gets better when the bile is flowed, you can digest the fat and stuff like this. And when it's not flowing, I lose my hair.
mm,
It's really connected. Yes.
So, okay, for one thing, you said that symptoms started all the way in your life, and sort of
Yes.
once you learned about the liver connection, it started to connect pieces for you. So, what were some of like the earliest symptoms, when you were a child?
I have to say that my mom in the pregnancy take drugs. So I think that I get born with a full liver.
Mm-hmm.
I have always problems with concentration and digestive issues and
Mm-hmm.
candida
Mm-hmm.
my whole life. I don't know if it's just the liver or the heavy metals from my mom, but yes,
And
always that. Mhm.
and also like the disrupted biome, like
Yes, yes, but yes, I think it's the digestive stuff.
mm-hmm.
Yes,
And
and
candy.
then it started really, really get bad when I did the fruit stuff. Just fruit, no fat, so much sport, like I don't know, freak.
Mm-hmm.
And then I get yellow with 14. Yellow and cannot see anymore. Always pain in the belly, and no one can help me. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
and diarrhea. It's diarrhea.
Diarrhea.
It's yeah, yes. And then nausea come. Yes.
And then it wasn't until like 2008 that things started to get really.
2018, I had a operation. It's operation in English, yes.
Mm-hmm.
And then I know 1 month later, that begins that my blood pressure and my belly gets fat. This I don't know what it is, but
Mm-hmm.
yes, it's today um, it's immer noch today. Also it's not gone after 111 liver flushes.
Mm-hmm.
Because my liver is full. Our liver is full. I don't know when it ends, but but I know that I am on the right way. I know it. I
Mm-hmm.
know it. Mhm. But I don't know. Sometimes I think about it. Okay, when when does it end?
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Or because I'm tired of it sometimes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And how often have you been flushing?
What?
How often? Like
Often. Oh, genau. It started on February 2002. That it's new. And Andreas Moritz said, okay, once a month and prep and apple juice and vegan and no fat in the morning. I did all the stuff at first, flushes. And then I did it often without prep 2 times a week. And since 1 year, I do. It depends on when I want to go out or so, then once a week, and now twice a week without prep or so.
not doing
And
it.
I eat and I drink coffee with fat milk in the morning, and it works. Yes, and genau, yes, 2 times a week.
Okay, 2 times a week. And what kind of
Yes.
diet is working for you at this point?
Um, what I can digest. Sometimes when I'm bloated or so, I just want to eat bread. I want to look what my body needs. I eat. This is really funny. When I started with the liver flush, I want to eat meat.
Mm.
After 1 year or so, I
Mm.
crave meat. So yes, I eat meat. I eat bread. I eat. I think I eat healthy because I don't eat so much sweets or so. But this is my normal. Um, this is not a point for me because for me it's normal.
Mm-hmm.
Just when I hang out with friends and there is something, then I eat, but I don't buy it from the supermarket or so. Yes,
Mm-hmm. Well,
I
I've
eat
I've
raw cheese, raw milk.
you get raw milk, you said?
Yes.
Nice. Me too.
Mm.
That's
Yes.
one of my favorite foods.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, I've heard that before too about the meat thing. I mean, and I had that experience to some extent too, but sometimes it's like when the bile flow is so low and our stomach acid is low,
Mm.
then we just naturally don't crave complex, harder to digest things, you know?
Yes,
And
just
that
bread
might
with salt.
or
Yes.
like you and me like push into just fruit, you know?
Yes, or all
Fruit is
this.
easy and you know, that's like it's a natural end point when you have like no digestive power, you know?
Yes. Yes.
So I've
Mm.
heard that too, like the appetite kind of waking up and getting stronger and asking for more complex things or more protein, you know, as
Yeah,
you get,
when the bile is flowing.
yeah, when the body.
Yes, because of I think one after my last flush, it was Monday or so. I really have no so much bile and I have no hunger. I eat because I'm stressed
Mm,
of the no bile flow because my whole body is reacting
mhm,
with stress hormones when it's not flowing. But I don't, like you said, not complex stuff, just easy bread,
mhm.
like snake.
Yeah. So, do you like what do you do to sort of help? So, are some of your flushes you feel good afterwards, and some of your flushes you feel not so good afterwards?
Yes, you feel it right. I think 3 hours or so after flush, you know if it's the next day you feel congested or not. You feel it after 3 hours or so. I feel it
Mm-hmm.
when it's because yes, this is what I said with the belly.
Mm-hmm.
You, it's for me.
Mm-hmm. And
Yes,
are there things you do to help, you know, that aren't flushes to sort of help recover?
sport. Um, it's for me. It's so important to go for a walk, go for a walk, drink water, and that you can go to the toilet in the morning. It's really so important that you have a routine. Like, I don't know, I know coffee is not so good, but I'm tired of this is not so good stuff. I really tired of it. So I drink coffee and really a lot of water and sleep. Sleep is so important because of this. Then you can go to the toilet in the morning. This is and sport. I when I'm not in a good mood with my body, I go for a run and then I walk sometimes when it's not working, but I really, really try. And this is what I research when I do sport and hate the weight in the studio and so on. My bile flow is better.
Hmm.
This is what I research on my own body.
That's really
It starts, genau, in the beginning, I'm not well because my lymph and when I start and on the cross trainer or I don't know, weight, then it gets better. And after sport, I feel better. Not just the mind, it's really the body flow.
Yeah, that's a really helpful tip. So a lot of movement and getting the
Yes,
actual blood flowing in
yes,
your body.
yes. And the beginning is really hard because when the body is not flowing and the blood pressure is low and you're tired because of the liver and you have to do the sport. It's really, really important. Or go for a walk. Go for a walk with music. You have to flow your life. Flow, life, flow, bile.
Life flow. Yeah.
Yeah, life flow. Yeah. And but what I every day do is also I take iodine. I don't know if it's working with the bile flow. I don't know. And salt water. I don't know. I have not the proof that it's better, but I do it every day. And I wrote my thesis about iodine.
Oh wow.
Yes,
Cool.
I take iodine. I don't know how much. There was a phase that I took 200 milligram or so, and I live.
Yeah.
Yes.
So what was your thesis about?
Iodine and breast cancer. So
Hmm.
can iodine help with breast cancer instead of a chemotherapy? Yes.
Cool.
Yes. Yeah,
Does
it's
it
good.
look good?
Hmm?
Does it look good?
Yeah, it looks good.
Nice.
Yes,
That's
but I don't know if it helps with the bioflow, but this is the stuff I do. Yes. And I know sometimes when I eat fat that I feel that it helps with the bioflow.
So, yeah, and you also said maintaining regular, bowel movements in the morning being really
Yes.
helpful, and sleep being really helpful, and
Yes.
having that rhythm, having
The
that
routine.
routine.
Yes. When I work, sometimes I have to wake up early and then I cannot go good to the toilet. I feel it. I feel it I feel that it's with the liver, it's not so good. And I'm not feeling well. It's really, really routine, sleep, toilet. It's really the important thing. It's little, but it's important.
Yeah, I totally get that. Are you still flushing? Are you flushing in the evening? Are you sort of what's
Um, I because I flush 2 times a week, I have to do a schedule that works for me in life, in my normal life. I did, I think, 4 or 5 times. I did it on a rave, really, on a techno rave. Do you know a rave?
Oh, you did a flush at a
I
rave?
did a flash on a rave. Yes, I had the Epsom salt and the olive oil in my bag. Put it outside the rave on a behind a tree, and then I took the Epsom salt, dance. Then I go out in the night, did my olive oil, and then I dance. Because of the movement, I thought it was I didn't get the nausea or so because from dancing it works.
Wow. Wow.
Yes, it worked. I think I
That's
did it 5 times or so at a rave, but this is a normal case, not the normal case. Yes, I did it on a rave. I love it.
that's the best story.
Yeah, and because I don't drink alcohol or so, I'm not doing I don't know what, but I love to dance, and yeah, I tried it on the rave, and it works. But I
So,
do not. But I did it not the Andreas Moritz way. I do just 1 Epsom salt before the oil, and then I took the oil 200 milliliter, and citrus. I did it with grapefruit, but today I did it with citrus. I think 120 milliliter, like this. Yes, and after this, I don't took the Epsom salt. I took a plum. In Germany, there's a plum. The name is Share. It's a fermented plum. When you eat it, it's not a normal plum. On the next day, you can go to the toilet. It comes all out. Because of the Epsom salt. I don't want to take it in the morning because of my day. I want to have a normal life. I'm tired of anything. I did so in my life, so much with healing stuff that I'm really tired of it. I just want to live my life and do the liver flush in my life, you know? And this is because I don't do the Epsom salt in the morning, because I want to have my day. And the plum works for me. And the 1 Epsom salt before the oil. And now I do it like so tomorrow I will do it like drink my coffee in the morning with normal milk, raw milk, it's fat. Then I eat nothing. And after the coffee, it's 7 hours, sometimes 6. Then I do the first Epsom salt in the university, or where I am. I have it in my bag. Then 1 hour after it's sometimes 4 p.m. or so, or 5 p.m. I do the oil. A lot of times I do it in the university. I go to the toilet, take my oil, and then I go back. I sit in the university. And then after...
You're not laying down.
No, I don't lay down. I don't lay down. I do my stuff. Sometimes it's better, and I have not the nausea when I go for a walk from the university to my home. I think it's better. And after 3 hours, I take the chocolate, the black thing. And after 4 hours, I always, I'm freaking, but I make my own ice cream just with milk, and I put it in the freezer. And after 4 hours, I eat my raw milk ice. And it works. Because I think there are doctors in Germany, they said it too. The important hours are the 3 hours after the oil. And after this, yes, you can, I don't know what you want to do. The 3 hours after, you have to eat nothing and drink nothing. And sometimes I do it really with prep, no prep. I think it's not important what you do, because sometimes stuff come out and sometimes not, because the stuff have to go to the the main bio tree, because sometimes there are a lot of stones and I do the same, and sometimes not, because I do the same and sometimes come out and sometimes not, because of it has to come to the main bio tree. And my biggest one, it was with no apple juice, no, I don't know, just 1 Epsom salt, and eat fat in the morning, and it was like, I don't know, like, I have a photo I can send you. It was really, and after this I dance, not lay down, I dance. It was really, I don't know, really a big 1, 2 ones.
Wow.
Yes.
So you have your, you do it while you're still at university. You take your drink and you walk, or you do whatever you're doing.
Or when I'm, I don't know. Yes, sometimes I lay down when I'm at home. I don't want that the liver flush controls my life. because my whole life, a natural doctor said, do this, take this drops, this, do not this. And I'm really tired of it. I think the liver flush is my way and I want to make it in my life. I don't,
No,
I'm tired of it. I'm
yeah,
tired
yeah.
of healing.
Yeah, I hear you. And it sounds like you've really found some ways to make it work for you.
Yes.
And so maybe 4 hours after you're having the ice cream, but when are you having the plum? I didn't catch that.
Yeah, it's for it's in the evening. It's 4 hours after the oil is with water. It's
Mhm.
look like this. I don't know if it's in the US. Its name is share,
Hmm.
and here it's fermented, I think 30 months or so, and it's really hot, so it gets all out.
Wow. That
Yes,
sounds really cool. I'd
it's share.
like to try that sometime.
Mhm. Mhm.
Yeah, and I don't know, it's so cool that you've done it dancing
Yes,
and then the next morning you have some bowel movements, but then you just kind of get back into eating.
yes. Sometimes, um, when it's with the bile a little bit complicated, I have not so much hunger, really. Because of this, I have to learn to um, hear what my body say. I'm not really good at it.
Hmm.
Yes.
Well, sounds like you're pretty good at it in some ways.
Mm, yes, but often I eat. I'm stressed when my bile is not flowing. My body react to it, and this is what I researched on my own.
Do you have like emotional, mental symptoms
Yes,
ever?
when yeah, but I'm really a fun, lucky, positive person. And when my belly is big and the bile is not flowing, I'm not so happy and like this. And it's not me. I know that this is not me. I think that a lot of people in the psychotic, I don't know what, have always, I don't know, heavy metals or liver problems. It's not their own mind that.
Yeah, I've heard a lot of people say that too. Like, it's easy to say you're just supposed to, you're just supposed to think positive. But then I have heard people say that when they detoxed, when they cleaned things out, that they just like were naturally
Yeah, I
seeing it.
know when the bile is flowing, I'm me.
Hmm.
I'm me, and I'm a positive, I don't know, active person. Yeah, and when it's not flowing, I feel it. I feel it in my mind. I don't want to talk to people, me, and I like to talk to people. Um, yes, this is what I found out.
And
And
have
I know that, and I think the biggest, when I found out that my liver is this shit with the blood pressure and so on, I'm so calm. When it comes, I don't react with the nervous system because I know what happens. I
Hmm.
really, that in the moment I found out what really in the body happens with the blood pressure and the vein and the liver and the stuff, it's here, it's full, and then there is water. I don't react with the nervous system. When
Hmm.
and the first times it started, I react with the nervous system, and I was really stressed, and my heart. But this is don't happen anymore because I know what's happening. I'm
Yeah.
like a Buddha.
Yeah,
Uh,
I mean it's so important. It's so scary when when we're experiencing intense things in our body or our emotions and we don't understand why or what they're connected to.
yeah. So hard stuff, because the body reacts and the hormones react to the congested liver.
Mm.
It's not your mind, you know what I mean, your psyche or so, that you have anxious stuff. This
Mhm.
is what really gets bigger and bigger and bigger, that I had I really never had anxious stuff like in a I don't know, it's elevator or so.
Mm.
And when it was
Like,
with the liver, yes, when it was with the liver gets worse, 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 then it starts with the anxious. But I never really things like this, and because of this, I know the connection from the liver and anxious stuff. It really, the body react to the liver. It really, in German I have a nice word, but not in English.
well, and the liver, and the liver is doing so much that
Yes,
regulates so many things. Like, for instance, just the fact if the liver is not working so efficiently, then the bloodstream might not be getting as cleaned, or it might be moving more slowly or more sluggishly. And then that could cause a cascade of sort of body systems being like,
yes,
what's going
yeah,
on?
heart
Yeah.
stuff, and blood pressure.
Right. And oxygen not getting to, not enough nutrients getting around.
Yes, and the lymphatic system. It looks like me. 10 minutes I'm thin, 10 minutes I'm dum dum dum, and it's really the liver. I see it, and this is, I think, it is what me helps as a spiritual way. I think it's my yeah, in Germany it's Berufung. I think I have it like really, really bad because of this. I know the connection. I think when I have just little symptoms, I just walk my way to life with little symptoms, and it's okay. Um, I have it really bad, so I have to look what it is, and I have to look now the connection. And I have a lot of people that I talk about. I just talk, and I have a lot of people that ask me question about this, and I think it's my, I will teach it. I don't know when, but I think I will do it. Stuff like this.
You think you'll teach it, you said?
Yes, I give it English. Yeah, it's not a liver coach. That's the name, okay, but I think I will talk to people about it. Sometimes I think I'm not ready because I have the symptoms, but I think my way will. I think it is my way to open the eyes from the people and the medicine or so.
Mhm.
Maybe I don't know. Do
Yeah.
you know? Do you know when it's not over and you are also in the game and not healthy? You think you cannot start to
Mm.
share it?
Mhm.
This is a little bit my.
Yeah, I mean, I'm definitely not all the way there in my healing. Like, I have a long ways to go. But
Mm,
when that's part of the reason why I developed my like liver flush kind of beginner's course to help people learn the procedure of a liver flush. I kind of think of myself almost like a technician in a way, like I've studied this procedure, this protocol, knowing the ins and outs of it. And I mean, the feedback I get is that people find the advice and insights to be really helpful. So I'm not saying at this point, I'm really not saying like I know all of what it takes to get all the way to full cure, but I do feel like liver flushing is an important part of the process that can't
yes,
really be like overlooked, like basically without liver flushing, most things don't work. And so in that way, I'm like allowing myself to share and like help people along that journey,
yes,
even though I know myself I'm still struggling. And but I became really severely debilitated by illness at a pretty young age,
mm,
and also like had a lot of different whatever kinds of medical weapons that my body experienced at a young age, you know, as a teenager.
Mm,
So yeah, it's a journey, and I think it's really cool too that not only are you building up your personal experience with such a profound technique, but that you're also backing it up with, you know, your education in the health
mm,
sciences, which I think could help you, you know, with this passion of yours and to help like open eyes in different places, you know.
yes. But I also found out is when the liver was full and the lymphatic system was also that my breast have nudits.
Hmm. Yeah.
This is also a connection.
Like it has more like nodules kind of.
Yeah, like so it's in the
Yeah.
knee known, I think nudits, yes. It's also the connection from the liver and the lymphatic system.
Yeah, totally.
That's not a really so much people know.
That's really important. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and so in your experience, do you find that the breast tissue is actually changing in response to the rest
The
of your
liver.
the liver and the lymph? Yeah.
Yeah. Yes. When I'm congested, my breasts hurts also. When my body is, it hurts.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. And when the body is flowing, I have not so much problems before the period. So it also a circle. It's a circle.
Yeah.
Sometimes when I say it's a liver, it's a liver, it's a liver. Yeah, but it is. I don't know. You know what I mean? I always say, yeah, it's a liver. Yeah, it's a liver. And I think there are a lot of points, but it's so crazy that the liver is really so much because there is when this is the body and there is the liver and there is a blockage. Yeah, it's the whole body. It's like it is. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And yeah, the menstruation, the hormones, the blood, that's really
Mm.
all governed by the liver. I mean, it really
Yeah.
is directly impacting that. And you said that maybe you didn't have your cycle,
Yes.
you weren't having your cycle and then it came back.
Not having and not regularly.
Hmm.
And since the liver flush, I have this is the stuff that really gets better. Like I said, not yellow anymore, and no acne. And I look younger. I have really nice skin since the liver flushes. Really,
Mhm.
um, I think I look in the mirror and said, "Yeah, nice."
Mhm.
Um, okay, yeah,
That's
when I have good days, and of the hormones gets better. Yes, this is
yeah,
the state that is not like better, better not. Really, this is better.
yeah. And
I
that's a
yeah,
pretty big deal with the
yes,
menstruation. Yeah.
yes. So
Mhm.
there are things that really are better. What is also worse, and I think I have, I don't know, my eyes that I cannot see so good, and this is really a liver thing.
Yes, it is.
So because it starts when I do the fruit stuff.
Mm.
Yeah, liver.
So that hasn't does that fluctuate or it just hasn't gotten better?
Not better.
Better.
What it's better as a it's not better that I see points and stuff like this, but it's better I have. Do you have in America a dioptrine when you wear glasses? So I get one better, 1 point, and the glass is better
Oh,
since the liver
well, that's
flush.
good.
Yeah, this is yeah, this is also good. Yes, but the
Yeah,
points are
good.
not better. Yes,
Yeah, well, you'll have to keep us posted about that,
yes.
when it does get better. Um, One question I wanted to ask is, was there ever anything like strange that came out in one of your liver flushes or a crazy one? I mean, you said those big stones that one time you danced,
Mm,
but anything strange or noteworthy?
um, I think I have parasites.
Mm.
And this is also because I have the craving. But I think about to not do a parasite cleansing, because I think when the bile is flowing, that this kills parasites. I think that I saw dead parasites after a liver flush, because maybe you are the detector from your stuff that come out. Yeah, for me it's not yeah, I'm a person, for me it's not a problem with stuff from the body that come out. I'm a nurse and I'm always do
Right.
crazy stuff, so
Right. Yeah, no big deal.
no big deal, no.
Yeah, and I didn't ask before in your flush process, but it sounds like you're not really doing like aggressive colon cleansing around it, like enemas or colonics with your flushes. You're just kind of doing the plum.
In the first when I started with this, I have a little bit of anxious, because Moritz said, you have to do this, you have to do this. And in the first, when you try it out, I go to the hydrocolon therapists, but it's in Germany, it's really expensive. Sometimes I do enema, yes. But I'm, like I said, I think I'm now like a child that's tired of everything. I just, yeah, I cannot explain. I do not so much anymore. Yes, maybe they come a point where I do more, but I just want to live.
Yeah. Yeah, it sounds like you're at a point in your process where
Yeah,
it's really important to you to have that quality of life and not have your life
yeah,
centered around
yes. And I do stuff with symptoms. When you just look at my Instagram, I do this, I do this, I go to a rave. Nobody knows that at a rave, sometimes my body gets big and I have this with a blood pressure. Then it's 10 minutes or so. And I know it's not the whole time. I don't react with my nervous system or so. For me, it's so normal to have symptoms, like sometimes nausea, sometimes with the lymph, that I do, but I want to live. So I do, I have to, cry because I don't want to live a normal life. I'm tired of it. When you look at my Instagram, you think it's all fine. Yes, because I do all the stuff and I don't talk about it the whole day that I'm ill, or I don't. For me, it's not ill. It's just the liver. It's not working, and this is the stuff you can repair. For me, there are no illness, like the Krankheiten. I don't know what it is in English. For me, it's just the body cannot do the stuff, but he can when we help. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah, like you're saying, it's not like some kind of diagnosis that's incurable.
Yeah,
It's just a state of things and you're working to reverse it, to change it, to
yeah.
up the body.
Today I go to it's a fitness center in English. So nobody knows. So when today in the morning I was really ill, and then I know it's not the whole day. So I wait 20 minutes, drink my coffee and so on, and I know I go to the gym. I know it. Then I go and try. You know what I mean? Nobody knows that my whole life I have symptoms or so. and I think it's a spiritual thing, because I know when you do it, you become it. You know what I mean? It's all mindset when you have the symptoms. This is really important when you do liver flushes and have the symptoms. I think mindset is all, and this is what me helps, my mindset, and that I know. Yeah, sometimes I think, oh my God, when it never ends. But it's a mindset thing. You know what I mean? There are phases when it's the bile is not flowing and the symptoms are bad. Sometimes I think about, okay, universe, what's my thing I have to do? You know what I mean? But mindset is all.
Mm. Yeah, well, that's really, really beautiful inspiration, Katharina. Thank you so much.
Yeah, but sometimes it's a little bit harder, sometimes it's easier.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and you have to think about it. Which way of life do you want to live? Yeah. And it helps really when you know what in the body is, how it works in the body. Then it's, oh, okay, it's a liver. Now it's this, okay, but I can go now. Yeah.
Yeah, I think that makes a really big difference. Just
Yes.
being able to comprehend what's happening or have
Yeah,
some.
and you are not the you are not the illness. You know what I mean? You can look at it. Okay, now it works like this. But your mindset, you have to control your mindset.
Mm-hmm.
So it's two things.
Mm-hmm. So you're separating and
I
becoming
separated it. Yeah.
observer.
Yes, I have to.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. That's really powerful. Well, thank you so much for coming on here and sharing your awesome story with us.
Yeah.
I'm sure everyone wishes you a really good 111th birthday of flushing
Yay! Tomorrow.
tomorrow. Yeah. And keep us posted on your journey. And yeah, congratulations on both, your perseverance and sticking with it, but also like right hand in hand with that, your strong conviction that you want to have a life that feels free, and
Mm,
isn't to this protocol. And it sounds like you've really made that work for you. That's
yes.
a good inspiration. I always tell people like really it can be a sustainable part of your life. We just have to find, you just have to find like the individual tweaks to make it work for you.
Yes. Sometimes when people hear you have to drink 1 week apple juice, or you have to do this, they don't do it.
Hmm. Right. Right. And you're saying you don't even do the prep really.
No.
And you dance.
And I dance.
You
But
dance
sometimes
too.
I get nausea. So it's try and error.
Trial and error.
It
Well,
is
thank
what
you
it
so
is.
much for sharing. I'm sure you've inspired some people to shake up their routine a little bit by telling
Yes.
you. Yeah, really beautiful. Well, thank you so much for coming on.
Thank you. Greetings from Germany.
Woo!